Hey y'all. Yes, I saw it. Yes, I saw it. I wound up in an Upchurch song, which is crazy. That's crazy, right? I feel like that's a little nuts. It's a little crazy. My daughter, look, I told my daughter, I was like, I wound up in like a for real rap song, track, whatever. I wound up in a diss track, probably the biggest rap beef to ever exist in country rap. And I wound up in a diss track by a platinum selling recording artist. Isn't that crazy? Anyways, I was telling my 14-year-old daughter, I was like, that I'm cool now, right? She was like, sure, mom. Yep, you're cool now. Look, the other day I got put in like this AI song, and I was like, I'm cool now, right? Like people are making songs about me. And she was like, eh. I was like, what if I wind up in like a real song though? Like what if I wind up in a real one? Will you think I'm cool then? And she was like, yeah, sure, you'll be cool then, mom. So only a couple days later I wind up in a real song. So we're sitting there talking about it. And I was like, well, I'm cool now. I'm officially cool now. And Reese, my 6-year-old, yells from the living room, no, mom, that's cringe. You can't say that. Don't say that. You're not cool. So the jury is still out on whether or not this makes me cool, but it is not out on whether or not this was cool. It was very cool to wind up in an Upchurch song. So today, I'm gonna tell you guys why I think that happened. Like what my theory is on how I wound up in a Ryan Upchurch song. Okay? That's what we're going to talk about today. I will be reviewing the song. I will be doing a lyric breakdown. I will be doing that whole thing, but it's going to take a little bit of time because my kids have been out of school all week because of the snow. They haven't been at school all week, and my husband has been off all week. He only worked one day this week. So I've been busy with, doing family stuff, which is why the biscuit video, which is hilarious because Upchurch mentions me in his song, right? And then people are coming to my channel to like figure out who I am. And the last video I dropped was me making biscuits. Like some of them are confused. Some of them are really confused. But anyways, okay, so I got into all this Upchurch stuff actually on the internet a month ago. 1 month ago. That's kind of crazy, right? Now, I did not discover Upchurch a month ago. I've been following Upchurch for a very long time. Like my cousins are huge Upchurch fans, and so I've known his music for a long time. I also followed a lot of reaction channels, so I've seen the reaction to all of this stuff over the years, the Katie Noel and the diss battles he's had in the past and the freaking crazy Canadian lady stuff. Like I've seen all that, but I was not active on the internet about it, I was just somebody who watched. The last 2 years, I mostly got off the internet. Okay, I dropped this video, my testimony, 2 years ago. And really, truly finding God in a real way completely changed my perspective on everything. And so I got off the internet mostly for 2 years. I got off the TV for 2 years. I really quit listening to music. Like, there was some Christian music I listened to, but even that, you know, none of the new stuff is. But anyways, I really mostly got off the internet. I quit seeing politics the same way, and I just spent 2 years studying the Bible. Well, about 2 months ago, what I'm looking at over here is like the list of my videos to remind me in the timeline. So 2 months ago, I decided that I was going to start my channel again. I wasn't 100% sure what I was going to talk about, but I knew that it was time for me to start my channel again. So I was going through my old videos and I was thinking about what I was going to talk about. Like, I thought maybe I would talk about all the stuff going on with the exposure in Hollywood right now, the Diddy's in the music industry, surrounding all the Diddy stuff. But honestly, there's so many people talking about that stuff that, I mean, really, what could I add? And so because I was watching all this stuff about Diddy, for the first time in years, a Ryan Upchurch video popped up in my algorithm. And it was the exposing the music industry video. This one. Not like the one with Jelly Roll or the one about Adam and Broadnax, but this one right here. And it really made me look at things a different way. You know, I wasn't like a Upchurch fan person. Like, I didn't really follow him, but if what he said in that video was true, what he was saying was very, very, very important. If these artists out here who claim to be independent aren't actually independent, that does affect how you look at their music. And I mean, my husband has been telling me Tom MacDonald is a gimmick since day one. He never liked him. He never liked Adam Calhoun, never a single song. He never liked any of those people. But coming back into the music and re-listening with new ears, you know, because I haven't really been listening for like 2 years. I've been in my Bible for 2 years. So I'm kind of like coming back in. And when I hear their music, I now hear it completely differently. And I was a big Tom MacDonald fan. I was a big Tom MacDonald fan. Okay, I've watched hundreds of hours of reaction videos to his music because I was really obsessed with politics and I wanted to see what normal people thought about politics. So I thought he was doing something important. And the reaction videos, I think, probably were important because I think it helped everybody see that none of the stuff he's saying is controversial. But if you go back and listen with new ears, realizing that he's not exposing anything, the thing that Upchurch said that really made me think about this was he said, what are they exposing? For real. Like, what is for real being exposed by them? Okay, the music industry has been exposed. Hollywood has been exposed. The government has been, everything is exposed. If you want to know what's really going on, it's like 4 clicks away. You can find out exactly what's happening in the world. So what are you exposing? What are they exposing? And if they're signed, which I'm not saying Tom is signed, but Nova is signed, and Nova helps him write his music. Who do you think gets credit for that song? Who do you think makes the money from the song she, as a signed recording artist, writes? She shoots the videos, right? So he's like her mouthpiece. So this aggravated me because I own Tom McDonald albums, the signed albums. I own freaking merch. He is the only artist I've ever bought merch from, ever in my life. Any artist, period. No, I did buy a Hawk Nelson poster when I was in middle school. Other than that, it's literally the only merch, one shirt. It's the only merch I've ever bought in my life. I was a fan of these people. I went and talked to like my family to push these guys. And then I realized what they were doing because I went and looked at Tom McDonald's latest music. And I listened to that song Wild Horses. And I was like, what WTF is this? And so I did the video. The Tom McDonald country arc is crazy. And I was like, well, let's see. Maybe this is what I'm supposed to be talking about. And I woke up the next morning and I had 777 subscribers. That's not from zero. My channel's old. I did a lot of content a couple years ago before I really left YouTube to dive into my Bible. I did a ton of content. You can go watch it. It's about politics. Honestly, my views on stuff hadn't really changed a lot, except that now, I just keep seeing more grifters everywhere. And now I talk about music instead of politics. But I had 777 subscribers. I had some random number. I had probably, 600 something before I dropped that video. I wake up the next morning, I have 777 subscribers. And I was like, okay, well then let's do this. And I dove in. I did the Upchurch Adam Calhoun beef explained because I would watch reaction channels and they're like, I don't really know what's going on, but this is all my opinions on the situation. And I'm like, if you don't know what's going on. So like maybe they need to know what's going on. So I did that video to help explain what was going on. At this point, I hadn't really decided that this was going to be the direction of my channel. It's just what I wanted to talk about right that second. But then I go into Triple T's chat. Triple T has this podcast. It's like the Adam Cruz, what do they call it? Publicity management person is what Triple T is. That's my impression of him anyway. Like, I'm not saying he actually works for him. I wouldn't be surprised if he was being paid. But anyways, I go into Triple T's to try to give these guys a shot to see what they have to offer, right? Because Upchurch is saying he's been saying in his music for years, there's a bunch of grifters around, right? So I'm like, okay, let me go see what's going on in Nashville with Adam and all these guys. Because Adam had told everybody F Creek Squad. And so I thought it was weird that all these guys were still like about to do a huge collab album when right now he's at war with the whole fan base. It's not like he was at war with Upchurch. He was at war with the whole fan base. Okay, all the Creek Squad channels were being thrown dirt at by Adam and all them for months. So I go into Triple T's chat to try to give them a shot to go listen to their music because I thought that they were just like playing music from these dudes. Well, I go in and the music's not good. Oh my gosh. I've been away for 2 years. I did not realize how bad it had gotten. But that was trash, the stuff that they were playing. And then I'm in the chat and I'm just like, this is all right. I wasn't like trolling. I wasn't being real mean or nothing. I was just like, this one's not the worst song I've ever heard. And Triple T sees me in the chat. And apparently he's been watching my videos, which is crazy because I'm like a nobody person. I have been off YouTube for years. Okay, I really didn't know if anybody would ever see any of this. Okay, go look at my channel. I don't have a lot of traction. before this, okay? I was a nobody. So I thought it was weird that Triple T had already seen my videos. I was like, well, maybe I'm saying something. Like, these people are already watching, and he has that whole argument with me in his chat where he tries to completely misrepresent everything I'm saying, and then he didn't post the chat from the live, so you couldn't even tell. So I did that Triple T Debates Creek Squad video. And I just kept making videos and kept telling the truth. My mission was to expose the lyrics. Like, people get lost in the music and they don't hear what they're saying. So my mission was to show you what these people were actually saying in their lyrics that made me dislike their music and them as a person. And at the same time, I was also really discovering Upchurch music. I'd only ever heard like the big viral ones. And I hadn't really dove into his catalog. So I started diving into his catalog, and I started seeing a bunch of symbolism and stuff in his music too, which his shout out of me, I don't believe necessarily endorses my view of the symbolism in his own music, but I think maybe I'm onto something, or he probably wouldn't keep shouting me out if I've been completely misinterpreting his music. So, I don't know. But I did, what really shot my channel off was when I covered the Nashville situation. And obviously, Upchurch put me on his Instagram about the Katie Noel thing. And then I did the fan response to the Nashville situation because I felt like there really wasn't a voice. Like, the fans were not really being given the benefit of the doubt. I feel like they were being misrepresented by all of these Nashville people, and like really badly. I don't know why they were crapping so hard all over the fans, but that's why the fans have been going after these guys, is because these guys have been going after the fans. Who goes after their own fans? Like, well, I don't understand why any of you thought that that was a good idea. And then I make fun of a bunch of Adam songs and expose like the weirdo stuff in their lyrics, like for real weirdo stuff. I mean, guys, some of it is trolling, okay? Some of it is meant to be a joke, and that's obvious. But it's also, I think, true, saying something true. This is not about a stupid country rap drama beef for me. This is about something much larger, and the people who follow my channel understand the much, much larger mission of my channel, and how much music affects you, how much it affects your mood, how much it affects the way you think. And so that is why I look at their lyrics. That is why I try to explain to them what's going on with the fans, because they don't understand why this is important. These whapper guys, to them, it's a game. But to some of us, there is a much bigger picture going on here that you have to actually pay attention to see. So, yes, I know I was in the song. Yes, I think it's very, very cool. Even if my 6-year-old thinks I'm cringe now because I think it's cool. I still think it's cool. And I appreciate you guys who have been watching me. Okay, the most important video I got is my testimony video. My history theory videos are pretty cool. I got a whole playlist on that. If you want to see my deep dive, my journey and deep dive into this whole Upchurch stuff, I've got the Upchurch Saga playlist. on my channel. I've also got a bunch of lyric reviews from other guys' music y'all can check out. I've got some stuff on the Bible. My history theory videos are the Bible mostly. And so if y'all are here from the Upchurch song to figure out who Ashley Thoughts is, I also have this video right here explaining who I am. In this video, like all of these things are in that Upchurch Saga playlist if you really want to figure out who Ashley's Thoughts is. And my next video is the Doctrine of Balaam. I'm editing it right now. It just takes a long time with the Bible videos because they're much more intricate. So I love you guys. Thank you for all the people who reached out to congrats and to say that was a cool shout out and all that stuff. I appreciated all of those messages from all of you guys. And thanks Upchurch for putting me in the song, man. I'm glad you like my spiritual analysis. And I'll be doing a review of that song soon, guys. I'll talk to y'all later.